questions. So BOPT is a program for simulating performance of residential buildings, and it exists sort of as a meta program sitting on top of detailed building energy simulation programs, either the DOE2 program, and that's version 2.2, or the Energy Plus simulation program. And both of them driven with hour-by-hour weather of the TMY type, actually in the EPW Energy Plus format. And so as simulations are done with the simulation engines, results are passed to BOPT, indicated by the right-hand arrows here. And then BOPT in optimization mode or just in design mode based on the user's inputs in the GUI provides information to the simulation engines about what runs to do next. It is a whole building simulation, including heating and cooling, and also lighting, appliances, domestic hot water, and solar water heating and PV systems. In optimization mode, as the result of a number of simulations with different characteristics for the building, typically perhaps several thousand simulations would be done in optimization, leading to optimal building designs. In design or parametric mode, it's more a matter of individual simulations. So there's advantages to this software in that, as described, it does run detailed hourly simulations, hour-by-hour simulations for annual performance. Even in optimization mode, the buildings are described in terms of realistic construction options. That is to say that as a result of optimization, the program doesn't come back, say, with an arbitrary R value as being optimal for wall construction, say an R 17.36, and then the user would say, well, what kind of construction option is that? Rather, BOPT chooses from between discrete physical options as are typically available for building construction. When we do optimization mode, one is finding designs that are cost optimal from a base case building up to and including a zero net energy building. And there's other advantages to the detail software as listed here. The BOPT can be used at several different levels. At the highest level, just using the graphical user interface in terms of input, run, and output. We will be demonstrating that in the first part of the webinar today. Fairly quick and relatively straightforward to use. There is an auxiliary feature for looking not just at hourly or at annual results, but also you can look at what's happening, what the simulation is producing in terms of hourly results as well. And then the user can, in fact, drill down in and have more flexibility in the use of the program in terms of adding or modifying characteristics for construction options or operational options. So, for example, if you wanted to define a different thermostat schedule to use, or a wall construction option that had different properties than any of the options available in BOPT, you could create new options and add them into the software, or you could modify options that are currently in there. And then, as I mentioned, the optimization is based on cost, and the cost assumptions for all the construction options and the measures, energy efficiency measures in BOPT, are available to the user to inspect and modify if desired, and you can save your own set of cost information to apply to options if you like. The third level is if you have familiarity with one of the underlying simulation engines and you want to add additional capability to the software, you can do so with Python files that modify the input decks for either Energy Plus or DO2 and do more involved sort of modifications for the simulations that can be executed by BIOP. But Level 2 and Level 3 are entirely optional. You can operate the program, and it's quite powerful when used at Level 1. So in terms of the interface, actually, there are 3 and only 3 input screens, and I'll briefly show those to you, and then we will see those during the webinar where we'll be doing a live demo. And there is, as a result of doing runs, a single output screen, albeit with quite a lot of information. So the first of the 3 input screens is a geometry screen where building floor plans are drawn on the left and the resulting 3D geometry is rendered on the right. And secondly, we have a site screen where you input information about weather data, economic assumptions, financing assumptions, utility costs, etc. And the third input screen is really sort of the heart of BIOP. This is where you do things like select for a wood stud wall the exact construction option that you want for that, and similarly for window properties and air conditioners, etc. So this is the option screen, and we'll be spending quite a bit of time looking at that today. So then if you have run simulations, you get outputs with 3 panels on the output screen. The top one is particularly useful for optimization mode, where each point here describes an individual building simulation, so a large number of points here. Any selected point, you have choices of various in-use energy and cost data can be displayed here for the selected building and a reference building. And then also for that selected building, information about the various options that are employed in that building and also in the reference building. So those are the 3 input screens, 1 output screen. Now back to the option screen, just a little bit of terminology to point out to you here as we get started. So a BIOP project can be saved, as a file with a file name. Within a project, you can, if you want to, define multiple cases that can include more than one building within a project file. And then if you're in design mode, even within a given case, there's another layer of tabs that you can define one or more designs within one of your cases. These are all flexible and up to the user to create and name cases and designs. In terms of the characteristics, we are organized in terms of some major groups over here. So, for example, the foundation group, if your building included multiple foundation types, you might see an unfinished basement here and a crawl space, perhaps in interzonal floor, and then within one of these categories, then like the wood stud wall category, this is where you can choose to say what the characteristics for a particular option of a wood stud wall that you want to use. And lastly, in terms of our orientation on the options screen here, you have the choice here to select the analysis mode that you wish to be in, design mode, parametric mode, or optimization.